Rochel Kalat and I'm the Asst.Manager.
And what sort of backgrounds do you all have?
I have been working here for nearly 5 years. So I have been with the students and with this education sector for 5 years and nearly 5 years actually. So I've been doing this and I have the experience of the education when a student comes, like what are the background that they have, that how that we can guide them, all these things.
And what's your background?
Yeah, it's been like 7 years now. I've been working here, so I started as a career guidance counselor.
Okay.
So then I moved to visa, and then I've been handling all the visa, like the student visa applications now.
Okay. And you started as manager or?
Yeah, I also started as a counselor.
Okay.
And then the visa and then the manager, and I'm doing counseling, visa, everything together.
So just from my knowledge, what kind of credentials do you need to be a counselor?
It means actually you have to come with a, to be a counselor, you know.
Yeah.
To be a counselor, actually we just see the marketing side, because it's a marketing sort of job that we do. And you have to have a knowledge about the education sector, and you have to have customer relations basically. And as soon as you, after your A-levels, you can join with the visas and all. If not, if you have an experience, it has to be based with the customer relations. And
Thank you. So getting to IDP, what makes it unique? What makes it stand out? What differentiates it from all the other many placement centers in Sri Lanka?
I will introduce what IDP is. IDP stands for International Development Program. Here that is, this is not a local company. We have about like 75 branches in 35 countries. This is a Sri Lankan branch, and IDP owns by all the universities in Australia, along with the Seek.com. That is the biggest, it's along with the Seek.com. That is the biggest job provider in Australia.
Okay.
So the unique thing is, what I can see, it's not an age, we are agent, it's not just an agent. Every state that we are having IDP officers. Say a student comes and goes through IDP, after they go there, even if they come across with a problem, say with the uni, and he wants to change the uni or a program, then always they can go to IDP office in the state, particular state, and get all the information. It means like a student, it's not like after going, it's not shut down. After like they go to Australia, even at any given time, they can assist, help, or they can get anything, any sort of thing. It's just like not just sending the students there.
Our service, which means like doesn't stop like soon after they get the visa. After they arrive also, we give our, like we continue with our services.
Right. As an example, like say if a student is not, if something happens, always like there's a major thing, the uni that they inform us, then we can inform the parents.
Right.
Like that. So
the university would be constant touch with your and then you would be the mediating body between the university and the students. Right. All right. And what would be a requirement for a student to enroll here for their placement and to be part of it? Can anyone try?
yeah, you can walk in. You can be a student. You can walk in, and then we put them to a counselor. Then we see the student background.
By background,
the educational background. And it means like if you want to go for masters, we need to see as an example work experience. If they want to go for a bachelor's or diploma or a foundation, you have to have the requirements to meet with the particular university or college. So we need to check that first, and then we'll be putting that student to a particular course.
I have heard from banks when we interview them that often see problem with students. They would contact, let's say, this person, and then they would transfer money to show the student's financial backing, go to a university, because then they have this very brilliant track record, and then they go abroad and they get stranded. How How would it work here?
For the visa, you mean? For the visa?
Well, it would be visa, it would be university
funding
entrance.
funds?
Yeah, the funding.
Showing funds?
They show funds they don't have just to be able to go.
No, I'm sorry, we don't do that.
I know you all don't do it, but students do it. So
Yeah.
how do you all?
It's like this. Sorry, it's like this. Now, now when it comes to visa, there are a set of requirements that they have to fulfill. So, and there are like a document list where they have to submit us for us to start the process of the visa application. So that includes the students, the academics, the sponsors' income details, and sponsors' financial documents and all. So there is a body we check the documents.
The sponsors documents, all these things. That
We
we are
verify the
checking.
documents.
How do you verify?
There's a outsourced body that will be checking all the documents, and we'll make it 100% that this is a correct document.
Okay.
So once that is confirmed only, we will be interviewing the student.
All right. And then, so what is, not just through IDP, but in general, how is the success rate for students getting visa there? Would you have any idea?
Yeah, actually we don't have any visa refusals up to now.
No, I'm not talking just IDP.
Yeah.
As a
The market has grown. The market
Yeah.
has grown, and getting the visa
Because the rate is now a little high. Because actually,
because there are a lot of agents coming up with the relaxation of the visa rules, so they don't know small agents, they don't know what are the exact rules. So that's the final decision is made from the High Commission.
would you have any idea about the percentage of refusals?
it's like around 50 to 20. I'm not quite sure.
Not really quite
So
sure.
could I say approximately?
Yeah. 50. Yeah, because the thing is, actually, it was earlier assessment level 4. Now then it becomes like for postgraduate and graduate entry. It's for a university when you do it's assessment level 1. Now they have introduced recently advanced diploma, which was under assessment level 4. That it's under that now it's SVP. It means under assessment level 1.
Okay, what? I'm sorry, I don't know this letters.
Streamline visa process. It means it's not hard. It's like we are under assessment level 1. It means it's easy visa. Those days it's really hard. For a diploma you cannot go. You have to show a lot of funds. It means for the whole year, and it's really hard. Now it's easy. One thing is, if you go for an advanced diploma, that you can go to an institution, and the tuition fee is low, very low. And the other thing is the English requirement.
Just to clarify, you only need an advanced diploma.
No, I'm just talking
For
about
the academic side.
No, now we are sending from foundation, diploma, advanced diploma, degree, masters, PhD, up to that.
Okay.
So all the category wise, all these things we are sending students.
Okay.
Now earlier it was like under assessment level 1 for undergraduate and postgraduate. But when it comes to
What is
diploma,
assessment level 1? What does this mean?
it means you can explain that.
Yeah. So assessment level 1 in the sense, I'll just brief
Assessment
you
level 1 is
There
the
are
undergraduate thing.
Yeah, it's like this now from the immigration. They have categorized by countries, and also assessment level 1, 2, 3. They are the funding requirements. The sponsorship are totally different. So streamlined visa processing means all the universities. Now it has been introduced for all institutions and colleges as well. Assessment level 1, streamlined visa processing. It makes easier for them to get the student visa, which means they need to show funds only for first year, and anyone can sponsor, and they are looking at the student's profile, like the GTE, that is called genuine temporary entrant. Genuineness of the candidate.
It means a student has to be a genuine student. there are two things in genuine student. One is academic, one is form.
I'm sorry to ask you this question. I have no idea what all these letters are, and I'm sure our readers also will know, so it would be nice to get this. Anyway.
Yeah, and as I said, that assessment level 1 and 4, as an example, if I tell for assessment level 1 for a sponsor, the funding they can show for 3 months. Whereas when it comes to assessment level 4, it's 6 months. And the minimum balance, like that. It's hard. For assessment level 4, it's hard. There are lots of documents.
Level 4 is for?
Is getting, because it was assessment level 4, but now it has been, like Sri Lanka has been considered for assessment level 1, which means streamlined visa processing.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. So what, now I see from your website that you all are, and you keep talking about this being Australia focused, right? So what are the main benefits of Australia? Why Australia?
Yeah, because the main thing is, like with this new visa thing, they have introduced PSW, Post Student Work Visa. It means if you go to study for 2 years, then you are entitled for working visa there.
Working visa for 2 years.
For 2 years.
They are eligible to apply.
To apply. So actually, if you get Australia, I don't think any other country could give that benefit to a student, where you can go study, and anyway the student can work 20 hours per week. And apart from that, after their studies, they can work for another like 2 years. So if you spend money, even it's not a waste. After your studies, you can earn, and then after if you want, you can come back. Or else if you want, you can just go ahead.
Because for graduates, it's highly paid. So they could check, like if they could check seek.com, like for example, like for an engineer, they get paid about $70,000 to $80,000 per annum. So which means easily they could just earn what they have spent. Asst.Manager.com. So what they have spent on their education, they could easily earn in like within 2 years.
So we have visa, we have good payment. What are the other?
Yeah, because if you go there, like other countries, as an example, if you go there, you study, then come back. You cannot stay after your studies. The next day you have to come back. But Australia is not like that. That they have given a biggest opportunity to the student. One is the experience, the other one is the money. So both they can get at once. So I mean, like nobody will not going to just miss that opportunity.
Right. And then what about the challenges?
I didn't get.
What are the challenges that a student would face by going to Australia? I mean, there is always a flip side to it. What is the flip side?
There are no challenges, but you have to.
No challenges?
No, actually, we just think like it's like even the climate, if you get, it's like not that hard. Similar to Sri Lanka. And if the challenge means that you have to attend into your classes, that is the main thing. The student has to, because that's a percentage. If not, it will be a problem.
And they are very particular, and if they don't, like there's a percentage like 80%, 90% where they have to attend, and if not, immediately they will be put.
Yeah, because if the student, if they just check, and if they feel okay, fine, the student is continuously, it's not attending,
They have
then
to stick to they have to stick to the regulations.
And the other thing is you cannot change the courses as soon as they go there.
And they cannot change the university.
Yeah, there's a particular period. Then after that, they can check with the immigration,
And it will affect if they're going to apply for PR as well, because it keeps changing this and that, and it's skipping to some other universities.
Okay. There is this story, or rather a fact, that at any given time in an Australian prison there are so many Sri Lankan undergraduates, and this in jail. This is what I have heard from the High Commissioner from the Australian Embassy, that so many Sri Lankan students get into serious trouble in Australia and end up in prison because of maybe they don't have money, and they end up in things like prostitution, to earn, can't. So many, like you said, they just have to show money for 1 year, then they go, and then they get stuck. So if there is a situation like this, how would you help the student?
It's like this. We have not, to be very honest with you, IDP we have not come across with anything. If there is something like that, always the university they inform us. As I told you earlier that we have the bond with the university.
Right.
So to be very honest with you, up to now that we have not come across with anything, because IDP we properly check the documents, we properly check the sponsors, and we have we'll put everything together and then we send that to the High Commission. So therefore, we up to now we have not come across anything like that.
How long have you been in Sri Lanka?
IDP? Yeah, I have been like
IDP.
about 20 years.
So for the 17 to 20 years, there have been no challenges, no bad experiences.
We haven't come across.
Right. Then, for a prospective student, or maybe for a younger one, the parents, what advice do you?
What we can give is, I just want to tell our parents and the students, nowadays the visa rejection rate is really high because it's easy now. They have relaxed the visa regulations. So therefore, these students are going and applying from different places. But now with the new rule, if you have visa rejection, the universities won't give you another offer. So it's really, pathetic situation because a lot of good students have gone to the wrong places and got the rejection.
They were not advised properly.
So they didn't go any because good students, really good students, easily they can go. They have the good sponsors, everything. But with one or two documents, because they have not put the documents properly in order. So therefore, what we can tell them is, please just come to the correct place and just do your things properly, because if you get a visa rejection, those days we used to help the visa rejection students, now we can't. So therefore,
from the university,
they won't give the offers now, they're really strict on that.
Okay.
So if you have visa rejection, you cannot apply again. And they can ban even for 3.5 years. Yeah.
Okay. But after 3.5 years, they can apply?
That depends on the High Commission.
Alright.
So if we get a case like that, we always double check with the High Commission if we could process the visa application or not.
So now hypothetically, if I'm coming here as a student and I want to follow, let's say, some program, would you help me in selecting what's right for me?
Yes, of course.
And who would
That
do
is
that?
why we are called career guidance counselor.
Yeah. So when you come here, some students they know what they want to do. Some mostly they don't know, the young students. So then we just take their background, check with them what you like to do. First, that they have to have the interest of what they're doing.
Okay.
So with that, with the things what they have done, so we mentioned we give them the correct course.
How many of your career guidance counselors have studied this program?
No, actually studies now we are taking from here, but we'll be sending them for training program.
So no one has done like undergraduate programs?
No, we take all Sri Lankan stuff here. Not studied there.
Is there anything else
We
you would
have
like
training
to?
programs
Yeah,
twice a year, twice.
So not more than that last year.
year.
So twice in 2004, both of you all went to Australia?
No, it's like this. We just
Last
get
year?
last year I went, before that even I went. So we get chances to go. So we just go and
Is one of the good perks of the job?
exactly because
I went only once after that.
yeah. So you get like you can visit because we just visit the universities and we can see the facilities they have. We know how that they're doing. So it's really easy for us to come and just explain because the parents are really keen on getting to know all these details. So then we can say exactly this is what they do, like how that they're doing, faculties, how that they give this is the way, this is how the computer lab is, this is how the science, this is how that they are doing things. So it's really, really easy for us to explain them. Even the students, we can just guide them. You go this way, this is where it is, and
How many universities are you all sending students to?
to all the universities in Australia.
So that's how many?
That's about 30. Right. University and with all the institutions, colleges, there's a lot.
And you all have visited all 30?
No. I have visited 3 universities.
Right. Is there anything else?
Different councils get different.
Yeah, because the thing is, all counselors get, some counselors they are getting different universities.
Okay.
So
How many counselors are there?
there are downstairs 6 counselors, just like we have about like 8 counselors altogether.
So let's say I want to join the, just from the top of my head, the Queensland University of Technology.
Yeah.
So would there be someone from your
No, anybody, yeah, all know about what they are doing.
All the universities.
Yeah, all the counselors, if you come with that, the next available counselor you can host it and talk about any university.
Same day if you want,
Normally,
you can put
excuse
that.
me, normally when the universities come to Sri Lanka for our exhibition, Australian Education Fair, they have guidance, they give guidance to our staff. They come to the boardroom, they
Yes,
put a project screen here, explain about the university, so they give
Why
a...
don't you join us?
And the other, yeah, not like, not during the, I want to add one thing, not during the exhibition. Exhibition time, yeah, we are getting lot.
Yes.
Yeah, but like time to time they used to come and train all our counselors. Actually, it's Australian training that we are getting our counselors because they train, yeah.
Alright. And could you tell me about this exhibition that's coming up?
That is on the 14th and the 15th. That is at Jack Hilton Residencies.
February.
That is from
Of February.
February, yes, February 14th and 15th, Saturday, Sunday. That is from 11, morning 11 to 6.
Okay. And how many universities will be represented?
That it will be 30, nearly 30 or more than that.
Universities plus
Colleges and institutes.
And during the exhibition, the application processing, all that is free.
Free.
And
So they could come
entrance
and
to the
apply.
exhibition.
So I would like to inform them that they should bring their educational certificates.
Okay.
And the application process is free of charge. They don't have to apply. So if they are gonna apply from from us at the office, first particular institution, there is an application fee of nearly about 10,000 to 15,000. So if they could come and apply at the exhibition, they could save that money as well, and they could apply for number of institutions. And they could talk to the representative, and if they have any issues, they are represented from the university itself. So if the students have any issues about the campuses and about the how did they teach, the teaching methods and everything, so they could come and talk to the representative, and they could have having a good idea about the university and about the course contents. And some, there are students where they have completed diploma or advanced diploma here in Sri Lanka, ACBT, IDM, SLEEP, all these institutions. So students, they could apply to Australia with extension, so they could come and talk about those as well. And there are cases now, for example, IELTS. IELTS is not compulsory for all the students, but it depends on the university. If the university exam, they don't have to do. So for example, if a student is applying for masters, where they have graduated recently, within 2 years, in the style, the medium should be in English. So they could come and talk to the representative, and they will exempt IELTS. So in that case, they don't have to do IELTS as well.
Alright.
And there's 27 institutes which is coming this line.
29, right?
29.
29. Right.
There can be more.
Yeah.
So we are looking on
Right now there.
that now it's 29.
Alright. Then thank you very much.
Okay.